So before I introduce our next speakers, the leaders of Stern's FinTech MBA Association, I'd just like to remind our audience that Stern leads FinTech education with programs for undergraduates, full and part-time MBAs, executives, and now FinTech Master students. The first cohort of our newly launched FinTech Masters program graduates in May, and hailing from major financial and technology companies like Moody's Analytics and Citibank, and from all over the world, from Brazil to South Africa, they will join NYU's growing FinTech ecosystem and will no doubt have an impact on the world. If you're interested in this innovative FinTech program with 7 modules over 1 year, resulting in a FinTech Master's degree, please use this QR code on the screen, or you can Google Stern FinTech Masters to learn more about how to apply. And now I'd like to further highlight some of our amazing students, without whom none of this would be possible. Let me introduce our own MBA FinTech experts, Mariano Alday and Nicolas Acero, the co-presidents of the Stern FinTech Association, who will tell you something about the FTA and also introduce our closing keynote speaker. Guys, take it away.
Thank you, Professor DeRose. Hi, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce the FinTech Association and to share a little bit about what we do at FTA. First off, a quick introduction. I'm Nicolas Acero. I'm the FTA co-president, Tech MBA Class 2024. I have a background in FinTech. I'm coming from Nubank in Colombia. My co-president, Mariano, he is also an MBA student. He is from the full-time MBA program, also Class 2024. He also has a background in FinTech. He was a founder of a startup, Argent Credit. And we both are from South America, a region in the world where FinTech has been playing an instrumental role in closing the gap in financial inclusion. So let's start with the mission. From FTA, we empower students to explore and collaborate and learn about the world of FinTech and prepare them for a future in FinTech, either as a founder or as a leader in established FinTechs. There are the 3 components in this mission. The first one is to explore, and we do that providing tools. The second one is to collaborate. So in that sense, what we do is to connect students with a broader community of FinTech enthusiasts. And the third one is to learn. So of course, we have people that are coming from FinTech, or they're just interested, or they're already experts. So there is a range of depth when it comes to FinTech knowledge. So here what we do is to share trends, just to make sure that students are up to what's going on in the FinTech, on top of the trends and everything that is basically going on. So this mission translates into 3 pillars. The first one is education and awareness. The second one is events, and the third one is recruiting. So those are like the 3 things that we do and how we support our members at FTA. So under education and awareness, we organize boot camps, club expositions. We have a regular newsletter where we share important resources for students. We organize workshops, case competitions, etc. Under events, we mostly organize fireside chats. So we usually invite alumni. We have had founders. We're going to see a couple of pictures in a couple of the slides. We have organized happy hours. We are in business school, so it's supposed to be fun as well. So we organize happy hours as well. So basically what we do in this vertical is just to facilitate and create spaces where students can get to know each other and to build a big a community around FinTech. And the third one is recruiting. So we know that a lot of them are very interested in landing jobs or boosting their careers in FinTech. So we provide opportunities, again, regarding feedback. We facilitate coffee chats. We have invited companies for corporate presentations, and when possible, we organize mock interviews, and we support through one-on-one as well. The good thing about this is that we're not alone. So we are at Stern, right? So we have other associations, and FinTech sits in the middle of finance and technology. So that's why we collaborate with other associations at Stern. Such as GFA, which stands for Graduate Finance Association, and STA, which stands for Stern Technology Association. And other associations are very close to what we do. So MCA, ESA, startups, consulting. So we have a broader support from from other associations where we co-host events, we share information, we promote their events. So that way we're going to be able to create a broader community of people interested, not only in fintech, but in roles that can be of roles that students can have in the future in fintech companies where other associations can provide resources as well. Here's a sample of events that we have organized over the past year. So we have organized Fireside Chats, as I mentioned before. We have invited venture capitalists, founders, PMs at one of the most well-regarded, best-known startups and fintechs, strategy managers, networking events, bootcamps. So the picture in the middle was from the bootcamp that we organized earlier in the summer last year. It was a complete success. We cover a lot of the topics that actually have been discussed in further detail during this conference. We have also facilitated mentorship, mock interviews, career advice, and one-on-ones. So here at the bottom of this slide, you can see some pictures of those events. The one on the right hand was a board meeting that we had. We went to a restaurant close to Stern to have sushi. It was amazing, because we are also trying to build a community of students interested in fintech. So what a better way to do that than just spending time together. As a conclusion, I would like to wrap this up mentioning that FDA has been historically a platform for students to launch careers in fintech or boosting those careers. As I mentioned at the beginning of my intervention, as an employees or even as a founder. So we have companies like Clear that was founded by an Easternee. We have people working in Pfizer, Venmo, Square, you name it. There is a long list of interesting companies where Easternees has been playing a crucial role. So yeah, FDA is a platform for students at CERN to launch careers in fintech.